State Sun Devils, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Looking for his man. That pass is incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all the stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Lofts one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. Into the house. Touchdown, Oregon! The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. He's got the back in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Here's the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Buying some time. He's going to take off. Kept it loose past the mark. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit.
You know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking to buy time. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the score. Touchdown! To the air on 1st down. He's looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Punts it out of the air.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down.
He's got it on the left. Turning it on. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got the back over the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He wants it all. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
The Sun Devils will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well. So
makes the catch on the right side. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Hits the open man. There he goes.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Ducks are rolling down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. From the gun, give on the inside. At the 35, he's open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Big gainer on that first play. Now they can really... on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Cherry. Got room at the 35. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Pocket breaking down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got...
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They took a... The defense is going to dare them to throw the ball. They know the offense is trying to run out the clock. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his tight end. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
And as he throws, finds a man on the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Defense uses a time. Quickly trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Steps away. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down, lead the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Here we go. Trying to pull his way in. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw